This week, we're joined by Washington Redskins quarterback Kirk Cousins. But Cousins addressed the recent conversations he's had with Redskins owner Daniel Snyder, as well as a number of other topics. What the heck is going on with your franchise these days? We got GMs leaving, players going, all sorts of discussions and speculation about your conversations with your. What is going on with your franchise?
I think it's just a part of the off season. When there's no football games to be played, there's a lot of other things that can be talked about, and it opens the door for speculation and just all kinds of different reports. And, it's just part of the deal. So honestly, I'm not there, and I don't know the day-to-day and what's going on, and so I'm pretty ignorant to things, and I don't like to talk into too much depth on stuff I'm not fully understanding. But I do trust the people in charge and believe that at the end of the day, they'll make the right decisions and we'll move forward.
What can you tell us about any conversations that you did have with your owner, Mr. Snyder? Sure.
I've had really positive interactions with Mr. Snyder throughout this entire off season. The negotiation process in general has been very positive for me, and I'm happy with how things have transpired so far. And as Chris Mortensen reported, I'm not sure how it got out, but I did, just inquire as to Mr. Snyder and to Bruce Allen, just if there was any interest in trading me, just to try to get an understanding of their perspective. And the answer I got back was, Mr. Snyder communicated his belief in me and his desire for me to remain a Redskin, and his desire to help me by surrounding, the quarterback position with all the players and coaches that you need to succeed. And that's the kind of message you want to hear from the owner of your team. So it was a very positive conversation in the sense that he spoke belief in me and really affirmed me in my role. And I felt wanted by him and by the team coming away from the call. And then I'm at a shoe store later that day after Chris Mortensen reported that. And the guy fitting my wife her shoes says, I heard you demanded a trade. And I laughed and I thought, I don't know where that comes from, because that just wasn't the case. I just called him and asked where their perspective was and where they were coming from, and I just wanted to communicate. And so that's kind of where that went. And then somehow it can get twisted to where an employee at a store is using the word demand, but that's certainly not the approach that I took.
So at the end of that conversation, Kirk, did you have any doubts that you will or won't be with the Redskins this upcoming season?
Well, I think, you never know, in the sense that in this league things change so fast and players can get blindsided all the time with decisions. I mean, they'll cut you on your birthday. They'll cut you on the day your child's born. They'll cut you on Christmas Eve. I mean, you just never know what's going to happen. So I guess I'm always going to keep an open mind, so I try not to get blindsided. But from what I heard in the conversation, I felt very much supported, and I felt that the owner and the president of the team want me to be the quarterback there and want me to be the quarterback there for a long time.
We've had a lot of fun with this story, tracking this story through the years. But what went into your decision to sign the franchise tender on Friday, Kirk?
We had talked back and forth about it as to, when do you sign it, or why do you sign it at a certain time. But I just felt like, I got nothing to hide, in the sense that I want to practice. I want to keep getting better. Those practice reps are very valuable. I want to be there for every practice in OTAs and in mini camp and training camp. And I don't take those days lightly. And, it's something that doesn't change my approach. Whether I've always said the franchise tag is my friend. I'm not afraid of it. So, we discussed our options for a few days, but then was comfortable signing it at on Friday or whenever the day was that we decided to pull the trigger.